Hello, welcome to Lamp All Stock. Me and my husband are here bringing you another interesting video. Ha, ha, ha.
No, they're interesting. They're good. I like them. They're good.
Well, this is on Atonement, and I would like to say I was a little salty about the whole situation when my husband said that he wanted to do a video on Atonement because I feel like Atonement is kind of a personal thing. Go for it. Your turn. You say something.
I said something a moment ago, but okay. Well, let's explore this for a moment. What do you mean it's a personal thing?
Well, I have to atone for my sins.
Well, yes.
My sins.
Well,
and so that's personal and private. I don't want to, it's a time of reflecting and inward thought. And this is so not inward.
well, I mean that's true. That's true. But when I said I wanted to do a video on atonement, I didn't mean on your atonement or on my atonement. I meant on the Day of Atonement to explain what it's about.
Yeah, I understand that, but when I think about atonement, I think about what it is I need to atone for, and wonder if I even understand what it is I need to atone for.
Well, that's true. Okay, I mean I understand that, but you know the things that you know you did.
Well,
There's some things that you've done. I guess I am not being you, but there are, for most people, they know when they have screwed up throughout the year. I mean, the sins you knew you did knowingly.
well, yeah, and I'm a house person. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. So, I don't have this whole slew of things that I'm normally, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Because, well, if it didn't happen in my room, I didn't do it. So, mainly when we go through atonement, I start thinking about how I've sinned, but didn't know it, or how I've sinned and by a lack of doing something.
Well, that's still what it's for. I mean, atonement is about getting right with the Most High. This is one of the 2 days on different parts of the calendar where the Most High gives you the opportunity for you to confess, pray, and get right with the Most High. That is the point.
Well, yeah, but it's different when, if I had, stolen from somebody, I can say, oh, well, that's easy. I need to, not steal anymore. These are things I need to think about. But when it's things that I wonder if I didn't do them, it's kind of more difficult. When I try to talk to my mom about being an Israelite, and she always says, well, I haven't done anything because I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but what about the things that you should be doing that you're not doing? And it's easier to point that at someone else. It's a lot harder to look at yourself and ask yourself those same questions.
Well, that's absolutely true. I mean, but that's part of the point. That is part of the point why we do, what's the part of the point of what Day of Atonement is about, is to take that uncomfortable look at yourself and try to get the iniquity out, the sins away, to get ready for Sukkot.
Well, yeah, but I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel like this. I could we say that we try to follow Christ. Now, I'd like to say, I don't worship Christ. He is not my God. But he was sent by my God. And the things that he did in his life are things we're supposed to replicate. But I don't want to be Christ. I don't want to be Moses. I don't want to be Enoch. I don't want to be David. I don't want to be Saul. I don't want to be Holden. I don't want to be Esther. I just want to be in the background. And I wonder if that's just wrong. But, being those people, you read about them, and they did, wonderful things for Israelites. But I think about all the suffering they had to go through in order to be able to be that wonderful thing for Israel. And life is hard without that. So that's the things I think about.
Now, let's just look at this for a second. Because I'm going to try to cheer you up some. I mean, I have to. I got to.
I'm a whip. I know.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's all right. I didn't realize we were going to get this. Didn't know we were going to get this emotional on this one. But hey, all right. So, Day of Atonement, of course, is in the middle of this entire month of holy days, and with the Most High trying to wake us up and then having us reflect on what we've did over the last couple of weeks. I mean, over the last year. That's what Day of Atonement's about.
Right.
And then trying to move forward into Sukkot, where the Most High dwells with us, because we will have just went through this. There's always going to be things when you look back at your life that you could have done differently. You could have went right instead of going left. And I know we're not talking about small choices, but it's part of the reason why we make these videos. It's part of the reason. It's part of the reason why we're as adamant with our kids about trying to understand who the Most High is and share that life with them, so that we raise them upright and they stay on the path. You have been, as I said, I'm trying to cheer up my wife. Okay, so this part may not apply to you, but just kind of bear with us for a moment. But as you know, you have been a huge, you've been a very large light to the people around you. We have neighbors in town. We have neighbors in town from where we used to live that, even though they don't believe like we do, they have become slightly better by just dealing with us. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. You know who I'm talking about. There are people who we've shown the Most High. We've tried to put out messages to the Most High, for the Most High, in the community, through actions, through different things like that, and have been fairly successful. We've done some pretty good stuff. Now, I'm not trying to be prideful. I'm not trying to push pride on you. But what I am trying to say to you is, first, maybe this is a time to look at doing more things. But also, time is getting short. Time is getting short. If people don't wake up and choose not to wake up, there's not a whole lot we can do for them. But the fact that you yourself, and now I'm talking to everybody, the fact that you yourself understand who the Most High is, trying to gain a personal relationship with Him, and then have feelings about your own actions, that becomes proof positive of some change, some things going on in your life. So, because you have to remember, let's look at the vast majority of people. Day of Atonement's tomorrow, and they don't care. They don't care. They just don't. And listen, I'm not trying to. Day of Atonement to me is a day of reflection. By the way, if you want to know more about the Day of Atonement, it is in Leviticus 23, 27 through 32, and it walks you through what the Most High is requiring of you for Day of Atonement. For many a Christian out there, you may not even have any idea what we're talking about. Okay, grab your Bibles, check out Leviticus. It's well worth it. But let me put it this way. With this being a reflection, and with, as we know, the Most High giving us opportunities to improve, that's literally what this is all about.
True. It is. And like I said, when it comes to this day and what's going on with me is at the end of the day, when I'm standing in front of the Creator, I want Him to say, well done. And yet at the same time, I feel like there is more that I should be doing. And yet, it's not easy. It's not easy to, even these videos, putting yourself out there for people to cast some sort of judgment on you, and dealing with your friends and your family being considered weird or crazy because you want to follow the Most High and you talk about Him all the time and you're not interested in a lot of the worldly stuff, and then to say, well, you should stick your neck out a little bit more and you should deal with just a little bit more. That's just difficult. It's difficult to think of adding more. That's it.
Well, are you done talking to me now? What'd you do? You turn away. You're done. You guys can't see this, but I mean, she was like, "That's it," and turned the chair like she was out. Okay, but wow. Now, Day of Atonement is, and we have felt that this particular Day of Atonement is, I don't know, could be your last. I mean, the Most High is coming, and I feel like it's sooner, and I know it is sooner than later, and this could be it. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's the last, but it may be the last with the world being somewhat familiar.
We talk to our kids about the world of, say, 1980 and the world of today. It's granted, we're talking 50 years difference, 40 years difference, whatever, but it's not the same place. It is just 30 years. Okay, no, it's 40 years.
You're old.
Whatever. whatever. Anyway, so not trying to go through, maybe we'll make a video about it at some point, but the world, especially if you're older like I am, anyway, the world like I am, the world is just significantly different. I mean, it is just not the same. The amount of evil in day-to-day life is just tremendous. And for those of us who believe, I believe this holiday and at this time is more important than it's been before. We say that the Most High is coming back, and it's coming back very soon. It is our responsibility to get right with Him, to be a clean bridegroom for Him, the bride. Am I saying it backwards? For us to be the bride for Him. Sorry, saying it whatever. But the point is, it is our job to get ourselves right, and we each individually need to be doing that. And I think you bring up a valid point of it's not just what you've done. I mean, what you've done, that is supposed to illuminate what you could do. And I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I mean, I know exactly what tomorrow's going to be because we're doing Atonement. I'm going to be at home. I know what's going to happen. I mean, I could be wrong, but I know what I think is going to happen tomorrow. But when we look,
lands of mice and men.
Hey, there it is. If the Most High jerks us out the house, then we up out the house. But I mean, our future. What are we going to be doing next week, next month, and how are we going to be showing and sharing the light that we have of the Most High? Who knows? Who knows? We make these videos because we feel like it's a great way to be able to talk to people. Although you guys don't leave comments, so if you get a chance to leave a comment, please do, because we'll talk to you. But simple plug, hey, why not? But it is it's a great when people watch and talk about it, it's a great opportunity to find other people who believe and try to communicate with them, and also for people who just find us through happenstance. Hopefully we can have a little influence on them, whoever they may happen to be, and get them to open their Bibles, look and read something. The more people who do that, the better.
Well, I don't believe in random, so our channel is small, but hopefully, well, not hopefully, I believe that the people that the Most High wants to hear it will find it somehow. So that's all that matters.
Absolutely. That's the whole point. And I know this one's been kind of rambly, but the Day of Atonement is kind of strange because it is a very personal day. It's going to be, for those of you who are celebrating it or have celebrated it before, you know what I mean. It is a day that you'll spend reflecting, reading the Bible, and looking at your own choices, looking at your soul as a whole, and trying to bring those things to the light and get that stuff cleared out. So I want to thank you guys once again for listening to our little show. And like I said before, if you have a question or comment or just want to say hi, please write us a comment so we know that you're listening. That would be great. Do you have anything else?
Kwame Asherallah.
There it is.